Hey, Rams fans, wow. What a way to start off the season. Great win. Kind of what I expected. I expected them to blow the Bears out, but I didn't expect them to wait till late to blow them out. I expected them to come out from the beginning, which they kind of did. Stafford with a great pass to Van Jefferson in the beginning, touchdown catch. That was so freaking awesome. What I wanted to see. I was so excited for Stafford, which I'm sure everybody was. So, yeah, I just want to get into the game. This is going to be a Rams versus Bears, or not preview, but review of the game. So freaking awesome. Great way to start the season. We'll get into it. I just want to give my general thoughts first before I get into like the stats and everything. Like I said, just a great way to start the game. Freaking Stafford with the bomb to Jefferson. Wasn't touched. In for the touchdown. Stafford was everything that was advertised. He was so freaking good. He was awesome. No mistakes. I know it's week one, but what a great way to start the game. And I'm just going to apologize from the beginning. I'm not going to lie. I've had a few drinks. I'm feeling really good. If I tear up a little bit, it's just me. When I'm tired, I literally have been working. I worked early this morning, got home, took a nap. Like I said, I've had a few drinks. I'm kind of tired a little bit. So if I tear up a little bit or wipe my eyes, I'm sorry about that. But just being honest, that's just me. So, but yeah, what a great way to start the game. The defense started off a little shaky. The run defense was okay towards the end, but in the beginning they were letting a lot of runs get off. David Montgomery had a pretty good start to the game. But, defense held in there. By the end of the game, they only had, 14 points? So, I mean, they did a great job, the defense did. They basically had a bend, not break mentality. They did a really good job. The interception down there in the end zone was a really big turning point, I feel, whenever Kenny Young, tipped the pass and Darius Williams picked it off. That was such a great play. Jalen Ramsey was a monster, especially in the beginning of this game. They showed him moving around. They were talking about, him whenever he was like, this defense, he's going to be different. He's going to be playing more of like a safety role a little bit, linebacker role. They were talking about how sometimes he would get bored, last year because he was just on an island and sometimes they wouldn't throw to him for like half the game. So sometimes he would get bored, maybe lazy in his coverage because half the time they wouldn't throw to him. So it's kind of understandable. You're not getting the ball thrown to you. You're not feeling like you're involved in the game. So you kind of relax a little bit. You're like, well, I already got this shut down. So I really don't have to do much. But he started off the game really hot. Had a lot of good tackles. He's a very physical safety. I love this guy. I'm a Florida State fan too. So I've been following him ever since his college days and all that. So he's just a great player. He can play safety. He can play cornerback. He can play linebacker. I'm pretty sure he could play rush in if he wanted to. But I just love Jalen Ramsey so much. He was great. Awesome. Just more of my general thoughts in the game. Aaron Donald, of course, dominant. Best player in the world. Best lineman. One of the greatest of all times. He'll go down in history. Of course, he's double, triple teamed, quadruple teamed all game. Finally got a sack at the end of the game. He should have had another one, but, he didn't get it. He let him go. And I think Justin Hollins was the one who got the sack. But, of course, Aaron Donald, always disrupting. Like I said, just a lot of guys had a good game. Darius Williams had the pick off the deflection from Kenny Young. That was awesome. Fuller was good. Who else got in there? Just everybody as a collective was great. They didn't get as many sacks as I thought they would. I gotta look at the stats. I don't remember everything. I meant to take notes, but I just got so into the game that I didn't. So of course Aaron Donald got one. I think it was Hollins that got one. Besides that, I don't remember anybody else getting a sack unless I'm really forgetting anything. But who got hurt? Oh, David Long got hurt. Hopefully that's not a big deal. We'll check up on injuries and everything. If there's anything big, I'll do a video on that tomorrow. But just give my general thoughts before I get into the stats. Like I said, Stafford was great. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was awesome. The offense kind of did bog down in like the late first quarter, the second quarter. The Bears were staying in the game. I was kind of worried, to be honest, because they kept staying in the game. Like, I thought we were going to pull away, but we didn't. They hung in there. They were a tough team to play, so give the Bears credit for that. Every time we play the Bears, they're a tough team. They got a tough defense no matter what. The Bears are always going to be a tough team to play no matter No matter if they suck, if they're good or whatever, they're always going to be a tough team to play. But I think they said the Rams have beaten them 3 out of the last 4 times. So that first game a couple years ago when the Bears dominated the Rams, that was an ugly, terrible game. But the Rams have had their number lately. So like I said, just a great way to start the season. Stadium was packed, loud. So great to see fans back in the stadium to be able to enjoy the Rams. So, yeah, just a great way to start. Everybody got involved, basically. I was surprised Tutu Atwell really didn't even get in the game. I don't even think he got in the game at all. Deshaun Jackson had a couple catches. Like I said, I was surprised Tutu didn't at least get like one in around or a run out of the backfield. Deshaun Jackson got involved a little bit, not that much. Basically, it was Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods. Both had touchdowns. Like I said, Van Jefferson had the first touchdown. That was so freaking awesome. It was great. Higbee wasn't involved. He had a good game. So offensive line was pretty good. I think they only gave up like 1 sack. So offensive line was solid. So, that's basically off the top of my head, just remembering the game just right after it. I'm recording this right after I watched the game. So, I'm going to get into the stats next. Yeah, just getting into the overall stats of the game real quick. Just going to do the team stats real quick. I just want to go over some of the overall stats. Total yards, Rams had 386, the Bears had 322. I was surprised the Bears put up as much of a fight as they did. Offense, yards. I was expecting the Rams to totally dominate from the beginning. They came out really fast, really strong, but the Bears held in there. They were a tough team, but in the end, the better team, prevailed. We took over, so it was really, really awesome to see. Sorry about my voice. The Rams were 6 of 11 on third down efficiency. That was good. 1 of 1 on fourth down. I think a big part of the game was they held the Bears to 0 of 4 on fourth down. They went for a lot of fourth down plays, conversions, and we stopped them on all of them. 0 of 4. That was awesome. The Bears had 19 more plays than we did, 69-50, so they did dominate us on the play sheet. But, we had 2 big passes. Most of our touchdowns happened pretty fast, so that was pretty explosive. I loved it. 24 first downs to our 18. That's really doesn't mean anything. But besides that, like I said, total yards, passing. They had 134 rushing yards. Like I said, our running game did struggle in the beginning. It kind of got going in the end, but probably something we're going to need to work on. Unless we can keep this up with the passing game in Stafford, we really don't need to worry about it. But I'm the type of person I like to have a good balance, so I like to have a good running game. Sonny Michel only got in for a handful of plays. I was kind of surprised, but I guess not because he hasn't been there that long. But Daryl Henderson was basically the workhorse. Didn't get that many yards or touches, but I'll go into the player stats next. I'm basically just going to cover the Rams. 20 of 26 for Matt Stafford, 321 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Oh my God, you cannot start better than he did. Like I said, he was just in full command of the offense. No turnovers, I think they had 1 delayed game, but I really didn't think it mattered. But he was just in total control of the offense, just knew what he was doing every second. 156 rating, just, wow, he's awesome. He is what they talked about. He delivered first game. I know it's first game, but of course we're all excited, If he came out and had a bad game, we would all be, complaining about it. So
my skin feels dry, ashy, and flaky.
I don't know what just happened. So it's good to get excited about it. It's good to have a great first game. See, Daryl Henderson did have 70 yards on 16 carries and a touchdown. He started off, like I said, really slow, but by the end of the game, they kind of wore him down a little bit. So he was starting to get more running lanes towards the end of the game. Besides him, nobody else did anything. Robert Woods, Michelle. Besides him, Robert Woods had the most yards with 7. That was it. They did give up 108 yards to David Montgomery. He had a really good game. Like I said, I was surprised that they were able to put up as much offense, as much of a fight as they did. Beginning of the game, to be honest, Andy Dalton didn't have a terrible game, but he just wasn't great. He did get sacked actually 3 times. 206 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Justin Fields had the 1 running touchdowns. So, but overall, the Rams' pass defense was actually really good. Just their rush defense was kind of questionable, but it's okay. They took care of business. Cooper Kupp had a really good game. 7 catches, 108 yards, and a touchdown. He was awesome. The long 56 yards. Van Jefferson, 2 catches, 80 yards, opening touchdown. We all know that. Higbee, 5 for 68. Robert Woods had a mediocre game, 3 for 27. Had the ending touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 2 for 21. Henderson, 1 for 17. So I said Tutu didn't even do anything in this game. I don't even think, honestly, he got in the game. I didn't see him at all. Said the passing defense was awesome. Their leading receiver had 45 yards with Marquise Goodwin. Allen Robinson was held for 6 catches for 35 yards. That's great secondary work right there. Let's see. Sacks. Hollins had 2 sacks. Great game, buddy. Said he got that 1 sack off of Aaron Donald where he let him go. But, great game for Justin Hollins. Like I said, 2 for him, 1 for Donald. So that basically take care of the defense. But, Matt Gay got his 2 field goals. Great game for him. 53-yarder long for him. So, what else can I say? Overall, great game. Everybody in the division won. So we're all tied up. So we'll see what happens from here. But, yeah, let me know, Rams fans, what you thought of the game. Of course, it should all be good. Let me know what you think of Matt Stafford. He was so freaking awesome. Everything we were talking about, everything we were promised. You could tell Sean McVay was so excited on the sidelines with him. It's just great. But yeah, if you would, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.